evening. Welcome, everyone. I hope you've had a lovely day enjoying out that sun. Welcome to our virtual band parade here. Again, Saturday evening. It is Saturday. It's the only way I can tell the days of the work because, or the days of the work, days of the week, because I know I have a virtual band parade on a Friday and Saturday night. So at least that keeps me right. Welcome to everyone. Hiya, Davey. Hiya, Myrtle. Hiya, Susan. Hiya, Brian. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Alistair. Hi, Robert. Ainsley. Muriel. Jennifer. Oh my goodness, William. Hiya, William. Hiya, Alan Knox. Can I play some Churchill silver band? Churchill aren't on the list tonight, Alan, but I do have some cracking silver band tunes. Absolutely brilliant tunes. So where should we have been tonight? We should have been parading in Cookstown for the Cookstown Sons of Williams, and also in Market Hill for Market Hill Protestant Boys. And in Scotland, it was the, or should have been, the annual parade for Broxburn Loyalists. And unfortunately, as we know, we're not any of those places. So we want to take the opportunity to dedicate the first three tunes of the show this evening to those three bands. So first of all, we're going to go straight over to Scotland. We are going to play a video from Broxburn Loyalists in last year, and this is them playing Lass of Bonaccord. Brilliant there from Broxburn. Now, also tonight, we should have been in Cookstown for Cookstown Sons of Williams. So next up is a clip from them. This clip is from them parading at the Portrush Sons of Ulster Parade in 2018. Absolutely superb. So this one goes out to Jonathan Bunton and Keith Patterson, who have been asking for it as well. brilliant there, as always, from Cookstown Sons of William. And finally, the last band who would have been having their parade this evening is Market Hill Protestant Boys. This is them playing Absent Friends from Coreen's parade in March 2019. Fantastic there from Market Hill. So that's the three bands that should have been having their parade this evening, and unfortunately we're not at any of them. So Broxburn Loyalists, Cookstown Sons of William and Market Hill Protestant Boys, your parades will be absolutely looked forward to next week. Few shout outs I need to do that are coming through on the comments. Keep your comments coming through. Tonight and last night were both repeat nights, so that means I'm playing bands that I have played in previous weeks, but everybody keeps asking for them. So Richard Duff, of course, the White Army are on this here. I couldn't have a show without the White Army. So the minute I knew I was getting to repeat bands, they were first on the list. So they are definitely happening tonight. Wally McCluskey as well. Those will be going out to you. I also want to give a wee shout out. Now I have two shouts out here. The first one is to Victoria Emerson, who is the youngest member of Ballyway Silver Band. But more importantly, I want to give a shout out to Brian Emerson, who has his birthday on Wednesday and is going to be a big, I'm not even going to say the age. I'm not going to say the age at all. Also on the subject of birthdays, I want to give a huge shout out to Holly. Holly, I hope you're watching. Your mum says you never miss. And it's your 4th birthday this Wednesday. So happy birthday, Holly. You don't want me to sing to you, pet. You definitely don't want to sing. And also I want to give a huge shout out to Amy McGraw, who broke her arm this afternoon. Poor Amy, I hope you are feeling better soon and you're not in too much pain. How awful that you've broken your arm. Oh, you poor thing. So Holly will this afternoon have been in the hospital to get her arm set or whatever they do with broken arms. I've never had one. I don't want one either. But lots of the bands have been doing videos for the NHS to show the support in the NHS. Now, as I said last night, I absolutely love seeing the ones that are done virtual, etc. And I've seen a trend coming in about bands meeting up to ticket. And I get the sentiments behind it. And I think you're doing a fantastic thing, guys. But my concern isn't the bands, because I know that the bands are socially distancing, but it's the people who come out to see the bands. And you have no control over them. You can't make them social distance. And let's just say we have few enough voters. We need all the voters we can. So let's not endanger them anyway. So I'm a begging for you to, stay safe, stay home. If you want to do it virtually, let us know. Roy is more than willing to help out from technically. I would offer, but I'm not good at it anyway. So this is one of the bands who is doing a virtual one. Excellent job they've done of it too. This is Dunloy band. Now I have to get this pronunciation right. Triconderoga, I think that is right. This is Dunloy's version for a virtual tune for the NHS. Fantastic there from Dunloy. Loads and loads of comments coming through. Now, folks, I'm having a wee repeat night tonight, so that means I'm playing again bands that I've played on previous nights. So I also want to give a shout out to Carl, his son Connor, and his daughter Zara are also watching this evening. Ray and Karina are watching. Sam is over in Netherton Road watching. Ian is down in Somerset watching. Loads and loads and loads of you all watching there online, and it's great to see you all with us this evening. We're now going to move to a really, really requested band. This is, so last night we played The County from Scotland, and today we're going to, or this evening, we are going to play their, no we're not, we're going to play Bridge. When you go on to a line, Roy, I think we've finished that line and I look at the next line. That's what's confused me. Okay, so apologies. This is going out to Alan Knox. Alan always loves a little bit of my silver bands. And this one is Maguire's Bridge silver band on Black Saturday in 2019. Absolutely love a bit of the brass and silver bands, as anyone who watches this regularly will only know too well. Now, to get back to my original spiel that I had last night, we played the County Flute Band from Scotland. So tonight we're going to play their equivalent from Belfast. They are, of course, the White Rock Flute Band. Similar kind of style. I absolutely love when White Rock are playing their skinned bass drum. The boom of that is just absolutely amazing. So this is White Rock from 2017 at the Brian Robinson Parade, and this is them playing the Fields of Ulster. There's just a energy with White Rock and with the county that just makes you smile. You can't do anything but smile with them. Now, where are we going next? Yes, another NHS video. I love these ones. I really, really do. Because it takes a little bit of thought and effort to put them together a little bit, and it's a really good sign. And of course, because we're supporting the NHS, everyone is staying home and staying safe. This selection this evening is from Kells Water Flute, and this is them playing Irish jigs. Absolutely fantastic. caught me there. I was expecting it to end. I was trying to do something to my list here. Now, a few shout outs. I happened to notice that Susan said on the comments there that Amy may not have been watching when she got her big shout out. So Amy, I hope your arm feels better soon. I am so sorry that you've got a broken arm especially, but get everybody to sign it. Get Auntie Susan and Uncle Johnny and everybody to sign it and draw pictures on it and everything. That'll be so cool. Now, who else have I got to shout out to? I've got to do a shout out to Irvin McCabe, who is watching regularly. Sam let me know that he had the pups all out for a big 3-mile walk today, which is brilliant. So that is really, really going to get them on the way to parading, and the sooner we get out to do that, the better. Also want to give a shout out to members of Tamlet Moor Tigers who were looking after my #1 fan, Amy, who is watching there on YouTube. Hi, Amy. And they delivered some presents to them this afternoon in the Coke area. Also, Alan thanks me for playing his band, Maguire's Bridge there, and Alan was the drum major for anyone who's been wondering. And also a shout out to Ray and Karina, Carl, Evelyn. There are loads on the list, which I just haven't managed to make my way through yet, but I absolutely will. Now, this next band was a really popular selection whenever we first played them. So this one is going out to Alison Annette, Elaine Walker, Dusty Edmund, Eddie Chambers, and Robert Goldsmith. Now, Robert, not enough to ask for a particular band, wanted a particular tune. So, Robert, your very wish is our command. This is Mourne Defenders playing Blanket on the Ground. Brilliant atmosphere. That is Mourne Young Defenders coming back home on the 12th night. Now, apparently in Kilkeel on the 11th night, it is absolutely fantastic. It is the Schoenberg Festival. It's something that I always intended to get down to. But on the 11th night, there's always usually so much on. And this 11th night, we will definitely get something put on for you here on the Virtual Band Parades. What format that may take, I do not know. The other thing is I've been thinking about our 12th day. And what I have come up with is I'm going to put a post on the main forum. And what I would like you all to do is to determine what the content of our 12th day is going to be. So you give me a clip or the link to your favorite YouTube clip of your band or your favorite band, and then that will determine exactly what our parade looks like on the 12th day. I tried to figure out a way to be fair to every 12th parade so that I could cover everybody, but there's 17 12th parades, and even if only 1 hour was dedicated to each of them, that's obviously 17 hours, and I didn't think it would stick with me that long. So even if we do a 2 or 3 hour show on the 12th day, that's absolutely fine. But any clips that we put in are going to be submitted by you guys. So I'll be putting on the link. Don't put it in our comments on this live feed. I'll put in a separate link, or maybe Roy, you could maybe put it on. I'll put it on in the background during this next tune. So that's how we're going to work with the 12th day. We're going to have something on the 11th as well. We're also going to be doing something for VE Day, which is not weekend coming, but the following weekend. Again, we're sort of just batting ideas around in our heads for that there. So we're going to try and keep you as entertained as possible in the times where we should have paraded. And like all of you, I just cannot wait till we get back to it. So I want to give a few more shouts out. These are coming in thick and fast, and I love doing them, so keep them coming. I want to give a shout out to Joe Curry, who is Cookstown Sons of Williams, who has done a full marathon in his garden. I think I actually just spotted a clip of that there. And he has been doing that there, obviously, to raise funds for the NHS. Eddie would also ask me to give a thanks to the Mid-Ulster Act, who today delivered over 50 meals to the local areas, and included his father in that there as well. There has been, I mean, I went through 3 pages of NHS donations yesterday evening, and I've got another page full of them today that have just been posted since yesterday. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. Our community cannot be faulted for the way they have stood up and been counted during this time. So let's move back to the music again. This is Donna Money. This is for Adrian McIlvenna. He did request the clip of Donna Money where Carson gets it over the arch in Glasgow. However, when we looked at it, it's not a complete clip. It's only sort of like a bit of a tune, and I always like to have a tune from beginning to end. So this is them at their parade in 2019, playing Le Boom. Brilliant there from Donna Money. The one thing that always, this is really, really silly, but the one thing that always amazes me whenever they walk by is the height of the guys in their back row. Now, I'm not the tallest of females, but I'm also not the shortest. I think they're like, towering over the top of me. You take a look the next time that they go past you. Now, this next video, just a couple of shout outs. First of all, I want to give a big shout out to Charmaine Jones, who is, I'm not going to announce your age, Stephen, that's terrible. I wouldn't announce Charmaine's age on the air. It's her birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Charmaine. Robert Goldsmith put a comment on to say that great birthday present getting Mourne Young Defenders. Is it your birthday as well, Robert? Happy birthday. Jim Brown was looking for a clip of the UVF Regimental. Jim, you should have been watching last night. You see what you get when you miss. It's on repeat both on YouTube and on Facebook as well. I've been asked to give a shout out to Jane and Mervyn Duddy of Killaloe Band and their grandsons Luke and Matthew. And Victoria Sheridan says that her husband would listen to all 17 hours. Is there something, Victoria? I probably would be sad enough that I would put on 17 hours as well. But it might be just a few of us. But moving on to this next one. Now, the one thing that I always say about marching bands is the connection that there is with family and friends. And you just can't replace it. You just can't buy it. It is just here. And this next clip for me just completely covers that full connection. This is my family band. My grandfather was in the band. My great grandfather was one of the founding members. My family's been in it for years and years and years. And this was a really, really proud moment for me because in the band is my father, my brother, and also just for small parts of it, my son, because he was only 2.5. So if you watch this clip, you'll see a wee toot in a white shirt, and that's my boy. He's now towering over me as well. So he'll be killing me for putting this on. But this to me, it just gives me goosebumps because it just says everything to me about marching bands are like. And I am sure every one of you have a band that does the same for you, that it's just makes your heart melt when you see them. This is mine. This is Ballyrasheen Protestant Flute Band. And this one goes out to William Fenton, to Richard Duff, to William Cluskey, to Shirley Quinn, to my mum and dad who are also watching. But this here is on their 100th anniversary. Wait till you see the size of this band. That just makes me smile. I'm sure you all have your own bands like that there that just make you smile. They have the connection. And I mean, I have said this no matter where I go to talk about bands, and I most recently said it in the middle of West Belfast at the West Belfast Folk Show when I was talking about marching bands. That cannot be taken away from us. It doesn't matter what you do. They just cannot take that connection away from us no matter what. And I just love it. It's what makes me love bands, and I hope it makes you love them too. The next one is a fantastic clip. It is a clip from Londonderry on the 12th of August. And what many of you maybe don't know is whenever Black Skull Fife and Drums were leading the parade, at the end of the main event, the Londonderry bands all moved or parade back to the Mem Hall. And on that occasion, William King and Black Skull take an opportunity to mass together. And I actually noticed some other uniforms. I think I'm fairly certain I see a Churchill uniform or two in there, and possibly a can't remember. Oh, they're from Claudy. Oh, I can't remember the name. Forgive me. My mind's just completely run by. But this is superb. Where do you hear the piccolo playing on this? This is the combined bands playing back to the Fountain Estate in 2013, and they are playing a superb rendition of Aces High. coming through there. Scott says aces high, question mark. Is that not what I said? Did I not say aces high? Thought I said aces high. Also, my mum says I'm to sit in my hands. I know I have a terrible habit of using my hands when I talk. It's a habit. There's nothing I can do. If I sit in my hands, I'm not going to say anything. So I will try to stop it, Mummy. Scott says that a good friend of his, who's no longer with us, Marty McNaughton, was very close connections with Marty. Marty actually, now, small word, Marty actually was related to my neighbours whenever I lived at home in Ballymena as well, the Kearneys. Burntollet, Star of the Row were the other bands in that there. Thank you, Johnny, for reminding me about Burntollet. Now, there was a comment come through there, and I'm going to read it out exactly as it came in to say, shout out hello to Cupcake Tibbets and Kate from Craig Nuke, TDFB. Loads and loads of comments coming in. Brilliant piccolo players there with loads and loads coming in. That all happens after the rest of us have all gone home. By that stage, we're all in the buses going back to wherever we've come from, and they go back round Londonderry. Again, yeah, I would love to stay and see it as well. Now, difficult to follow that, but somebody has to do it. So the next up in our list today is a pipe band for all you pipe band enthusiasts. This is Kildoke Pipe Band. Kildoke. Funny, we were talking earlier on, Roy and I, about the way skioch is pronounced, and I said that down here in the North Coast we're used to shucks and stuff like that there. So anytime we say GH, we get it. So this is Kildoke Pipe Band playing in Portrush in 2019. Fantastic there from Kilduff. And that is obviously their entry at the Portrush Pipe Band Contest, where they're doing their March Strathspey and Reel, and superb playing there. I think they came fourth based on the comments in that video, so well done to them. I know they're a fairly new pipe band, started out. William Fenton said, I have just made his night because I played both Balrashane and William King. Stay tuned, William. Tonight is a brilliant night, fantastic lineup of bands, and like last night, it is probably going to stretch to the 2 hours, so just make sure you're comfortable, get your cup of tea, or get your beer or your other refreshments, whichever you wish to do. I actually am really bad this evening. I haven't got my beer yet. I'm going to have to get that sorted. The next tune we are going to play is another one of the fantastic bands from Londonderry. This time it is the Churchill Flute Band, and this is them in 2019 at the Remembrance Parade. Fantastic with Churchill. Playing Gladiator's Farewell on the Road. Very brave choice, but absolutely superb rendition of it. Just give a shout out to Stevie in Cumbernauld, to Leslie Ann, who's saying she could watch the bands all night. Harry said, hi, Hogan Kennedy says, I don't want to miss any of the shows, so could I end it at about 1:30 or 2ish so you can get asleep? Do you know the really sad thing is, Harry? I probably would, and you probably wouldn't, but the only one watching it. You're good company, I have to say. Hi to a good friend of mine, George Frame, living over in England now. Hi to Abigail. Scrolling down through. Hi to Mary. No, you haven't missed the Old Boys Flute Band Crumlin. Old Boys Flute Band Crumlin will be in one of the one of the non-active bands, and Glenavy Accordion, we haven't played them yet, so tonight's a repeat show. Joshua is saying that's Simon Mowbray on the piccolo. Let me see. Hi, William Hill, you missed it last night, or was it last week? We had you on in the front of your brass band. Hi, Harry, who's watching in Glasgow. Yes, so tonight we're doing a repeat. As you will know from watching, if you've been watching from the beginning, what I've been trying to do is go right through without repeating any bands. So I want to cover every band that we have. I think I've got to 300 and something, 327 different bands. But I had to give in to pressure because you were all asking for bands that I've already played in previous weeks. So tonight and last night are repeat nights. Now, this is one that you could probably repeat a dozen times. I was involved with the Newsletter Festival of Marching Bands, some superb performances in that there. And this is absolutely one of the standout performances. This is a wee band from Ballymena. And Royce, he's cheering away there in the background. This is Pride of the Main. I really hope you enjoy this one. Brilliant there from Pride of the Main. There's a tune that I had on last night. It was the Castledurg Young Loyalists playing Highland Cathedral with the pipes, and I wanted the performance that they did in the Ulster Hall. I couldn't find it anywhere. I was really, really gutted. But anyway, if you're just joining us, welcome to our virtual band parade. Tonight is a repeat night where we're repeating some of the previous bands that we played over the various weeks. What we're going to do is we're going to try and keep you entertained for as long as we're not on the road. We know that when it comes to 12th day, we're not going to be out on parade. So we're going to be here on the 12th day. And what I'm going to ask you guys all to do is to make up the content of our 12th day. If you have a favourite clip of your band, send me the clip, okay? You send me the particular clip. You send me the clip that you want us to play. And it's very easy to do. Just find it in YouTube. When you find it, click up at the top and copy and paste that into a thread that I'm going to start just during this next tune on the Ulster Bands Forum webpage. Okay, you can do it after this here. It doesn't have to be done. You can do it over the next week or so. You've plenty of time, right? You've plenty of time. We're also going to try and do something for you on the 11th night. We're going to try and do something for you on VE Day as well, and encourage you all to have garden parties and get out in the garden and enjoy, hopefully, the sunshine, but also mark VE Days. If you also look on the Facebook page, I have copied in some images where you can print and make your own wee pennants, like the wee banner things with the pennants on them, which actually look fantastic. So I'm definitely going to be doing that for the front of the house. Posters and colouring kits and all that sort of stuff. And there's a fantastic link to the government's website where they can, they have loads more of that sort of kind of stuff. There's even recipes and everything like that there to suggest, being back in those days. So a little bit of accordions now. Absolutely time for accordions. We've had a few on saying that Lisa's daughter Holly, isn't that right? No, yeah, Holly was loving the accordion. So Holly, I hope you like this one as well. This is Derry Fubble Accordion Band in 2019 at the Corbett's Parade, and they are playing The Villager. I'm so busy reading my post. I got caught short there. Not literally caught short, but you know what I mean. Now, the next one is a superb version of Miller Memorial, fantastic melody band. And this is them from the Pride of Knockmore's Parade in 2018. superb. Miller Memorial there, probably a band that don't get the credit they deserve. They're always impeccable, and their music is second to none. Now, let's give a shout out. I read through about 3 pages of organisations and bands who had been donating towards the NHS last night, and since I did that, there's been a whole wreck more. So I just want to give a shout out to them. I'm not going to cover in detail what they did in terms of PPE equipment, money, all that kind of stuff. But I just want to give them a shout out because I think they deserve absolute credit. And to all the organisations throughout this really difficult time who have been involved in either supporting their local community through foods or food deliveries or parcels or whatever, or through helping homes in the local area or care homes, or like getting personal protection equipment for care home assistants, to those who are delivering into the NHS, etc. I think it is fantastic. I think it is a total credit to our entire community, and I just wish that the mainstream TV were giving it as much attention as it deserves. But well, at least sitting that there the better, isn't that the way of it? So just a big shout out to Craigavon Protestant Boys, who worked along with Mid Ulster Act today, delivering meals out around the country. I said I wasn't going to go into the details, so that's it, no more. Ballymena Junior LOL number 3, who gave out sweets to the members. I think that is so class. Ballymena District LOL 16, South Belfast Protestant Boys, Annaloo True Blues LOL 656, St Field District number 5, New Buildings Victoria LOL 1087, Limavady District LOL number 6, Annaloo True Blues LOL 656, and Tobermore District number 11. Now those are literally just what have been posted since I did this last night, which is fantastic. And I mean, I've probably missed some. If your organisation or band or group have done anything like that there and you want to get a shout out for them, do post a comment, send us a PM, whatever, and we will do our very best. Any mistakes are usually mine, they're not Roy's. Let's face it. So another popular band in the request cycle. So this one goes out to Robert Rogers, William Clarkson, Fiona Young, Craig Halwell, Richard Sterd, and Estelle Galvin, who all asked for a little bit of Schenkel Protestant Boys. And this is them at the UVF Regimental Parade in 2014, playing Word in Union. Schenkel Protestant Boys there, always a very, I've got dogs in the background there, they like sitting in the hall listening to the band, God love them. Schenkel Protestant Boys, always a very popular choice. Yvonne Johnston has just let us know that Falkirk, Grangemouth and Bo'ness District Lodges handed out over £3,000 worth of PPE, toiletries and food to 7 local care homes in this area, in these areas. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I mean, just, I'm amazed every week whenever I start to put together the lists to give the people a shout out, you know, just how fantastic everyone is being. Now, today, I don't know whether you're aware of it or not, you've maybe seen all the posts on Facebooks, but today is Anzac's Day. And the acronym Anzac stands for the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps. So it falls on the 25th of April each year, and I used to work with some Australian firms, and they really do make a big thing out of the Memorial Day for them. And it's one of Australia's most important national occasions, marking the first major military action fought by the Anzac forces during the First World War. So for tonight, there is really only one tune that can be played. I do have my favourite of this performance of this tune, but we've done it already. So we also wanted to fit in with the melody band section that we should be playing at this point in the programme. And this is Lisburn Young Defenders playing their version of Anzac's. This band are still in the road, yes. You're never going to let me forget that I accidentally put them off the road, are you? This is a fantastic performance. You lot are a pack of sarcastic buggers. It's just as well I'm very thick-skinned. Joshua said, it's hard to believe since Lisburn first featured in the show, Valerie disbanded them and they reformed in the same week. It's very emotional thinking about it. For those who missed that evening, I went to play a clip. It was the night of our historical bands, bands that are no longer with us, and I had come across this clip, and it was all Blood and Thunder bands, and one of them happened to be Lisburn Young Defenders, and my brain wasn't in gear, obviously, and I turned around and I said, and Lisburn Young Defenders, of course, are no longer with us. Should have known, but I was swiftly pulled up on my mistake, and have never been let forget it ever since. So Livingston, thank you for that, for also saying that you weren't going to mention it, but you did. Philip, you're joining in now too. It's great to see them back on the road again. Oh my goodness. You lot are terrible. Lisburn Young Defenders, of course, were never off the road. It was just, my brain wasn't in gear. So, little bit of the silver bands again, yay! So this one goes out to James Johnson, who had asked for a little bit of Tullyvallen silver, and this is them performing Killaloe on the Black Saturday in Lisburn in 2016. I hope you were all letting out that yo in the appropriate places. Okay, where are we at? Yes, Jennifer let me know that Ballymena LOL 1511 and Ballycastle Roy Black Perceptory 492 distributed some presents and gifts to the care home staff in Ballymena this evening. Again, well done, and just please do keep posting them on the page. I also have added onto the page now the thread where you can post all your clips. So what I'm asking you to do is for the 12th day, you determine what is on our virtual parade on the 12th day. So if your band, your favorite band, playing your favorite clip of your band is not featured on the 12th day, there's only one person to blame, and that's you. You need to go to the Ulster Bands forum page after the show, don't go now, and put on the YouTube link of the clip that you want us to play. If there is more than one tune on that particular YouTube clip, tell us what time it starts at, and we'll get it from there. If you don't know how to figure it out, let us know and we'll help, okay? It's just a matter of going into YouTube, getting the URL from the bar across the top. It always starts with the http:// and then a whole spiel of numbers and letters. But we will help if you are stuck. But it's your choice on the 12th day, okay? There was no way I could fairly determine who was going to appear and who wasn't going to appear. So as far as I'm concerned, this is fair. So let's see where we're at now. There is loads and loads of comments coming in, which is great. If you do want a band played next week or the following week, which I haven't already played, I'm going to go and try and go back to the Not Repeating Again for a few weeks, who we haven't already played. We've got loads waiting still to be played that have been asked for, and we will definitely be getting them over the next couple of weeks. But if you have any more, just pop them in the comments and we will absolutely do our best to cover them at some stage. Sometimes finding a clip can be tricky, but we do our best. The next band were very highly requested whenever they were featured in the show, and they had their parade, or would have had their parade, a couple of weeks ago, I believe, and it is, of course, Pride of Not Moor. And this one goes out, I'm just looking for the list of names here for the people who requested it. Pride of, just talk about yourselves there while I've got it. Chardonnay Campbell, Heather Leckley, Kimberly Kidd, Christopher Maxwell, Heather Leggy, and Curtis Baxter. It would be their 45th anniversary this year, and of course they didn't get having their parade at the beginning of the year, so really, really sad. But this is Pride of Not Moor, and this is them playing at Kilclunny Volunteers Parade in 2019, and I'm reliably told that the tune is called Going Places. Pride of Not Moor there at Kilclunny's Parade in 2019. Now it's approaching 9:30. Normally we will be wrapping it up about now, but I have about another 25 minutes of tunes. Do you want to stay with us for the next 25? I can promise it'll be worth it. Absolutely will. And just to prove it, here's the quality of the remaining bands. This next band are superb. I played their version of Highland Cathedral previously. And this is City of Belfast Fife and Drums playing at the Pride of the Show Parade in 2019. what would I be without you guys keeping me right? Richard is telling me that Pride of Knockmore's parade is always the second Friday in May. And also Kate is telling me as well, thank you both. I don't know why I had it in my head, because I definitely know I played them a few weeks ago. And I remember that at that point in time, the reason behind playing with them was because it was their 45th anniversary. And I can't remember, I thought it was their parade that weekend or something. So obviously I've just lost them. Maybe I just had too many beers then. Carl Porter, Diane Steele, Denise Gordon, and Mary Sloan. You are all ladies after. Oh, Robert Goldsmith as well. You're all ladies after my own heart. You're quite happy to stick for another half hour. Well done, you. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, Robert. So not only am I breaking up bands right, left, and centre, I'm changing gender all over the place. Betty Parkinson is asked and do. I don't know if you could find a clip of my band, Rusley Accordion Band, or we found a band from the country in Fermanagh, and we struggle for members, but I'm very proud of them. Betty, I will absolutely do my best. It won't be for tonight, but we will do our best to try and find a clip for them, and the band's name will definitely be going on the list, and we will try to get a clip of them for somewhere. It might not be a full tune, but we'll do our very best. And I always think bands like yourselves should be given more support by the local community, because everybody starts somewhere, and I'm sure if you talk to anyone in any of those the big bands, you know, the East Belfast Protestant Boys, the Schenkel Boys, Protestant Boys, the Gertrude Star, etc., they will all admit freely and put their hands up to having times when they have struggled for members too, and it's having that perseverance and keeping going and keeping the band on the road. Hans has asked me to please pass on the condolences from MBV, Marching Band Videos, and obviously from ourselves as well, and I'm sure I can speak on behalf of you all, to the Andrews family and the Common Silver Band on the very sad passing of the past bandmaster David Andrews. Yes, absolutely. It's such a difficult time for anyone to suffer bereavement, particularly in the current climate. It's bad at any time, but it's even worse now. So a couple more NHS donations that have been coming in the comments. Rathfriland bands have all joined together to create and distribute soup hampers. That's a brilliant idea. Soup hampers, that's really, really good. And also Parkmount LOL 1127 distributed care packages to the local care homes in their area. Well done, everyone. And just keep letting us know of all of those things coming in. So another very requested band is the next one. Knockmore were to do a walk through the state on 28th of March to celebrate the anniversary. So you haven't got mad. Thank you, Mr. McAllister. I was starting to think I was losing the plot. So thank you for that. So I knew there was something connected recently, 45th anniversary. The connections was in there, the details worked, but who worries about these details? Okay, the next band were very, very much requested by lots and lots of people. I'm not going to go through the list of them. The one I can see just instantly is Chris Johnson. This is Pride of the Band from here in Coreen at their own parade in 2018. proud of the band there at the end of their own parade in 2018. Now, next clip is for a we're kind of breaking our own rules tonight. So first of all, I want to give a big shout out to Lisa and to Roy, who helped me get the clips this evening or today. It meant the list was done in half the time that it normally takes me. It normally takes me the full day to get the list, but with the guys' help today, it was done by 2, 3 o'clock, which meant I actually get time to sit out in the sun for a change. It was lovely. I really enjoyed that. So thank you to both of them. Now, the next clip, we're probably breaking our own rules in that we've already featured this band tonight already. It is William King, but you know, when you're as good as they are, you can get away with it, can't we? This is them playing McGregor from Greenock at the Pride of Knockmore Flip Band Festival of Marching Bands in 2019. Playing William King twice there. Absolutely fantastic arrangement there. I love that we McGregor for Greenock tune. I would love to hear the accordions. I wonder what it was like in the accordion. There's a wee challenge for some of you. Get McGregor for Greenock arranged to hear in the accordions. Speaking of accordions, of course, we need to have one before we finish off the night. This is a accordion band standard. It started off originally, I believe, as a part music flip band tune, but of course, once the accordions get their hands on stuff, they just make them so much better. This is the March Galanthea. It is played by a massed accordion band from the Northern Ireland Championships in 2019, and this is pretty good, I have to say. Enjoy this one. one of my favourite marches in the accordion. Absolutely love that. Scott, Clark, Denise, Alistair, the whole lot of you. I am ignoring you completely, just as much as I'm ignoring your request, Scott, for Ballymena Protestant Boys. No, we'll get them on the next repeats. So we've only a few tunes left here. Again, really, really in-demand clips from these guys. I hope you enjoy all three of them. The first one was selected by Roy, and he loved this clip of this particular band because of the camera angle that was used to come through the colour party into the band during the piece. This is Kilclunny Volunteers at their own parade last year. And of course, Richard's nephew out there in the front with the band's pole. Really dedicated young guy travelling the whole way to Market Hill for to take part in the band from from the mighty Hawkle. Right, another really popular band, and this time Lisa chose this clip. This is Donaghadee Fife and Drums, or Donaghadee Flute and Drums, and probably one of their most popular pieces of music. This is Call to Glory. Carson out front there of Donaghadee giving it stacks on the sticks. I love seeing really good band pullers working their magic like that there. If anybody knows the idiots in the short white t-shirt air drumming in front of the band, will you please tell them to join a band, okay? Don't air drum, join the band. Absolutely. And Ian McAllister has just texted me to say that Donaghadee leader is the boy who put the pole over Glasgow Green with Dunamoney, and it is indeed, it's Carson Strain. Fantastic drum major. Now, we have come to the end of our show. I did say we probably had another 20 minutes, and I was fairly right. I'm getting good at this estimation of the time now. So we're going to finish off tonight with a wonderful band. And what I've loved over the past few years is seeing the bands go back to the retro uniforms that they had when they first started, particularly when they're celebrating any of their anniversaries, their 30th anniversary or 40th or whatever it may be. I love seeing all the retro uniforms, and the really sad thing is I can remember all those jumpers the first time out, you know, the bandit ones. I'm sure you all remember those as well, and the Dickie Poos and that there. So this is a clip of a band that I know do an awful lot for charity. They're probably a band that I know does the most for charity. Them and Pride of the Raven, I think, are probably in a par in terms of donations and that there. But this is Downshire Guiding Star. So thank you for joining us again tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I have enjoyed having you with me, as always. Thanks to Roy and Lisa and all the YouTubers in the background. If you watch at the end of our show tonight, we're going to start putting up the names of all the various YouTubers, because I would never remember them all, and I don't want to offend anyone by leaving them out. So anyone whose videos we've ever used is going to be all listed at the end of the show this evening. So do give them a like, give them a subscribe, and do give them your support, because they spend an awful lot of time, and without them this would not be possible. So join us again next Friday night at 8 p.m. We're going to go back to hopefully bands that you've never seen before, bands that are new to you in your area. And as for tonight, keep the flutes to the myth. We're coming to the tune, and let's finish off with Downshire.
It was when England's glorious sun in 1688 was overcast with treason's cloud and popery stood elate, that up arose her Protestants, the peasant and the peer, and vowed the chain of perjure James that they would not dainty wear. They sought them out a prudent chief to guide their heart and seal, to lead them on that victory might bless their flashing steel. And who so fit to guide that host in all its bright array as William, Prince of Orange, ere he landed at Torbay? Then up arose the mighty chief and left his native shore, and rode upon the stormy waves our freedom to restore. Upon his flag was blazoned forth high fluttering o'er the main, that our religion and our laws he ever